Welcome. Welcome to Saturday. There was somebody else that was signed up, but it's time to begin. So if you see someone, if you hear someone knocking, I will go let them in, but I've already locked the door. So everyone set up your seat for a brief meditation. So be intentional about creating the physical foundation of your seat. Bring your hands down to your thighs, sit tall, let your eyes close. Settle here into being in your body on your mat. Begin to notice the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe without effort. Notice the sounds of the breath of the other people in the room. And then notice the sounds outside the room. The sounds of movement, of journey, of travel, of change. And let your thoughts come up and go, just as the sounds of movement, change, and journey begin and end, arise and fall. And take a big, deep breath in right here. Open your mouth side out. Again, breathe in. Let something go. Slowly flutter your eyes open and make your way to child's pose. Bring your knees wide. Big toes touch. Bring your forehead down to the earth. And press your finger pads into the mat. And get in touch with what is in touch with the earth right here. You can begin your Ujjayi breath, breathing in deeply through your nose, slightly constricting the back of your throat and exhaling through your nose. This audible breath in, an audible breath out, as a reminder to come back into your body, to stay in your body, not get caught up in your mind and the thinking and the knowing. Stay with your breath. And as part of the continuing journey of being a Baptiste Power Yoga instructor, I'm enrolled in the 40 Days to Personal Revolution and Facilitator training. And our first week's assignment was to define our why. What is your why? Well, my why, for why I teach Baptiste Yoga, for why I was called to it, is the essential and clear language that is part of the practice allows me to drop into my body, to get in touch with what is actually happening in my body, the physicality that I live inside. And it allows me to get out of my head. But my main why, for why I teach Baptiste Yoga, is because it has changed my life. This practice has allowed me to see how I show up in my life because of how I show up on my mat. The same challenges I face every time I come to my mat are the same challenges that I face in my life off my mat. And the tools that I have learned from being on my mat, the breathing, the noticing what's happening in my body, has allowed me to make deliberate and conscious decisions in my life off my mat. And it's my hope that every time that you come to your mat, that this practice uncovers, strips away, peels back all the stuff that you have, that I have, and maybe gives you some insight, some clarity, some peace of mind, a realization of your own strength as it did for me. And that is my why I love Baptiste Yoga, why I teach Baptiste Yoga. That is my why. That is what I believe. Downward facing dog. Press your sits bones up towards the sky. Press the mat away from you. Pull your shoulder blades together on your back. Create length in your spine. Soften your knees. Take a breath here. Let that breath go. Lift your right leg. Flex your foot. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Maybe get a pop, a crack, a crinkle. It's early. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg. Strong. Bend your knee. Stack your hips. Take some circles, some knee circles, some ankle circles. Just check it out. Notice what's happening in your body. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Exhale together. Walk your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Ragdoll pose. Feet hips width distance apart. Clasp opposite elbows with opposite hands. Let your head be heavy. Drop the knowing, drop the controlling your cranium. Let your cervical spine just be, just like your body. Just let it just be. Lift your 10 toes and spread your 10 toes. And then gently place them back down on the earth. Breathe in here. Exhale here. And catch your hips and come up to stand. Hands at heart center, eyes open. We'll begin with 3 ohms. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your hands to the earth and step back to a high plank and pause. And then again here, first high plank, notice your body. Maybe your knees should be on the earth. Maybe today they should be high. Pull your belly button in. Root down through your fingers. Take a breath here at the top. Pull forward, lower halfway down for low plank. Untuck your toes. Press them into the earth. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Send your hips to the sky. 3 breaths right here. Breathe in and breathe out. Ground down like earth through your hands, through your feet. And notice your breath. Notice your breath. Yeah, take a breath in. Bend your knees low. Look at your thumbs. Jump. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Root down through the soles of your feet. Reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold right back down. Inhale, halfway lift, breathe in. Hands to the earth, move through your vinyasa, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, press toes down, full breath in. Downward facing dog, send your hips to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Create length in your spine as you press the mat away from you. One more breath here. Bend your knees, fire up your legs, look at your thumbs. Jump. Halfway lift, forward fold. Extended mountain, get big, look up. Fold. Half lift, flow, high to low. Breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. 3 breaths. Let the power of these poses seep into your body by noticing your breath. You are on a journey into your own power right here, right here. Breathe in, bend your knees low, look, top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Extended mountain, root down, reach up, rise up. Exhale, fold, empty out. Halfway lift, breathe, flow. Hands to the mat, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, breath comes in. Downward facing dog, hips go high. Full breath in, full breath out. Again. Let it go. Once more, breathe in. At the bottom of your exhale, land. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Bring your big toes to touch. Toe heel your feet in, big toes touch. Chair pose. Sit deep. Squeeze inner thighs, squeeze knees. Press your hip creases towards the back of your mat, sit deeper. Pull your belly button in, your bottom ribs in, shoulder blades together, shoulders down away from your ears. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flow, high plank. Low. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Back heel plants, and give your hips space. Right? If your natural inclination is to take that back foot narrow, make that back foot wider. Bring your back foot further out to the street. And then here, stack front knee over front ankle. Pull back on your right hip to send your left hip forward. Reach your arms straight up towards the sky. And sit deeper into your front thigh. Press your right knee towards your right pinky toe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Flow. Move your body, move your breath. Notice as you begin to generate heat, as you begin to increase your heart rate, just notice. Step your left foot forward, warrior one, left side. Set up your foundation, strong, solid, stable foundation. Hug skin to muscle to bone and sit deep into your front thigh. Left knee towards left pinky toe. Belly button, bottom ribs, look up. Exhale. Breathe in, lift your heart. Flow. Hands to the earth. Move. Breathe in. And breathe out. big breath in here. Let it go. Starting to create some heat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Do not be afraid of your own fire. Breathe in. Bend your knees low. Top of your mat. Jump. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. One movement, one breath. Sit deep, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Flow. High to low. Up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Warrior one, right side. Step big. Go right into it. Step into your fire. Look up. Reach up. Exhale. Flow. Hands down. Move. Breathe. Breath in. Breath out. Left side, warrior one, step big, reach up, look up, then flow. Flow like water. Move your energy, move your breath. Downward facing dog. So good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Bend your knees. Step, hop, jump. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Sit deep. Fold. Half lift. Flow. Upward facing dog. Breathe. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Step big, warrior one. Right foot. Root down. Rise up. Look up. Exhale, flow, hands down. Move your body. Notice what's happening. Control through every pose. Left side, warrior one, step big. Squeeze in, reach up, lift up. Exhale, flow, hands down. Notice the in-betweens. Notice the connecting poses between up dog to down dog. Continue to notice. Don't let it all go as you go from one pose to the next. Stay tuned in to your fingers, your toes, your core, hands and feet. Extend your right leg strong back behind you. Flex that foot. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Come up onto your tippy toes, flip your dog. Flip your dog, press your heels down, reach your hand towards the fireplace. Can you lift your heart higher? Can you see the earth underneath you? It's there to support you. Stay here for a breath. Side plank, right hand, center of your mat. Roll over, yes, right hand down. Right foot presses down. Left foot lifts. Pull in, press down, lift up. You've got this. Pull in, press down, lift up. Even a centimeter. Yes, downward facing dog. Woo! Breathe in. Breathe out. Left leg, lift it, strong and straight. Believe in your body. Believe in your body with your breath, not with your knowing, not with your thinking. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Flip your dog, press down, lift up, reach. Stay here for a breath. See what there is to see. Side plank, left hand center of your mat. Go right into it. Step into your power. Pull in, press down, lift up. Pull in, press down, lift up. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Side out, let it go, make some noise. Again, breathe in, make some noise, let it go. Yes. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Back heel high over your toes. Take a long stance, really stack your heel high up over your tippy toes. Yes. Now bring your front thigh parallel with the earth. Maybe that's a longer stance. Pull your belly button and your bottom ribs in. Reach your hands towards the sky. Pinkies face one another. Spark your hands. Yes. Pull your belly button in, bottom ribs in. Lift your heart up in between your hands. Look up. Breathe. Cactus your arms. Twist to the right. Core, hands and feet. Skin to muscle to bone. Squeeze in. Be intentional about the physical foundation of this pose, this breath. So good. Come back to center. Reach your fingers high. Open up to warrior two. Front knee stacks over front ankle. Take a long stance. Press your front knee towards your front pinky toe. Gaze over your front middle finger. Come back to your breath. Where is the breath? Fill the room with the sound of your breath. The sound of your effort, the sound of your ease. Flip your front palm, reverse, look up, reach up, breathe. Hands to the earth, flow. Press the earth away, upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog, hips high. Left foot steps forward, crescent lunge, right away, get big. Step into your fire, step into your power. Long stance, front knee right over your ankle. Reach your fingers high. Squeeze into center line. Belly button pulls in, bottom ribs pull in. Lift your heart towards the sky, look up. Full breath here. Cactus your arms, twist to the street. Pull into center, core, hands and feet. Notice your right heel. Notice your left heel. What are all of your fingers doing? Are they awake? Are they just hanging out? So good. Come back to center, reach your hands high, look up, open up warrior two. Stack front knee over front ankle. Pull in, belly button, spine, shoulders away from your ears. Big breath in, big breath out. Flip your front palm, reach up, reverse, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Hands to the earth. Notice your body as you move through the transition from high to low to upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, bend your knees as you exhale. Land top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Chair pose, big toes touch. Sit deep, sit deeper. Hands to heart center, twist to the chakra wall. Left elbow to right knee. Sit your hips lower than your heart. Did your left knee creep out? Squeeze your two knees in line with one another and sit 2 inches deeper. Yes, take a breath. Stay for the exhale. Breathe in. Forward fold, let it go. So good. Breathe in. Let it go. Chair pose. Skin to muscle to bone. Hug into your center line. Hands to heart center. Twist to the street. Bring your elbow to your knee to your elbow, and sit deep. Take a full breath here. A full exhale here. Another full breath in. Forward fold, empty out. Bring your feet hips width distance apart. Grab your big toes with your index and middle finger, and then pull your elbows wide. Bend your knees a lot. Bend your knees a lot to bring your chest down to your thighs, yes. One elbow to the street, one elbow to the wall, and drop your head. Drop your head. And do a scan of your feet. What are your feet doing? Feel your pinky toe. If you can't feel your pinky toe, lift it up, stretch it out, place it down. And then come back. Grab your big toes. Breathe. Breathe, drop your head. Come into the being, not the knowing. Come into the breathing, yes. Effort and ease. Deliberate movement. Tuned into what is happening in your body. Release your big toes. Take gorilla pose. Stand on your hands. Bring your hands all the way underneath your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to get there. Bring your toes up to your wrist creases. Yeah, stand on your hands. Drop your head. Notice, not know. Notice. Take 2 steps backwards in gorilla. Take 2 steps forwards in gorilla. Release your gorilla and set up for crow pose. If you're working with a kickstand in crow, I recommend keeping the brick high, hands shoulder width distance apart, fingers are spread wide. Bring your knees to the backs of your triceps and bring one foot up. Squeeze belly button to spine. Maybe you use the kickstand, maybe you don't use the kickstand, but it's there as a safety net. Squeeze into center line. Squeeze your feet in towards the center of your mat. Shift your hips towards the sky. Pull in and fly your crow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and flow. High to low. Upward facing dog, lift your heart, pull your shoulder blades together. Downward facing dog, send your hips to the sky. Yeah, breathe in, make some noise, let it go. Breathe in again. More noise, let it go. Breathe in, bend your knees, look to your thumbs, jump. Halfway lift, forward fold. Come to stand with a long, straight spine. Set your drishti. Find your spot on the wall that is not moving. Become focused on this single point of vision. Become unmessable with, right here. Skin to muscle to bone engagement. Send your weight into your left foot. Eagle pose. Right thigh comes up and over. Squeeze your 2 legs into one. Wrap your right thigh up and over and squeeze. Right arm comes up and under. Squeeze. Pull your shoulder blades together on your back. Pull your belly button and your bottom ribs in and squeeze into center line. Unmessable vision. Intentional muscle energy. Keep pulling your shoulder blades together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to the other side with intention. With intention. Come right into it. Squeeze. Squeeze into center. Shoulder blades pull together on your back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides with intentional movement. Have a Y for every muscle that you engage from one side to the other. Be clear in your muscle energy, clear with your breath, clear with your vision. And switch sides. Four, 3, 2, 1. Release, come back to standing. Take a breath in. Let it go. Hug your right knee into your chest. Right hand on right knee. Flex your right foot. Wake up your right foot. Here. Skin to muscle engagement. Standing like soft knee. Pull your belly button and your bottom ribs in. Get tall. Open your right knee out towards the chakra wall. Extend your left arm. Keep pulling into center. Look, see your left thumb. So good. Come back to center. Kick your foot high. Reach your fingers high. Airplane pose. Right foot kicks back behind you. Toes point straight down. Arms back by your sides. Palms face the earth. Chin out of your chest. Take a big breath here and then drop your right hip 4 inches. 4 more inches. Take a breath. Hands to heart center. Half moon, left hand down to a brick, spider fingers. Place that brick underneath your shoulder. Root down through your standing foot. Stack your top hip, flex your back foot. Yes, look up, see your top hand. Take a big breath here. Stay for the exhale. One more big breath here. Join both feet on the mat, slowly with control, and come to stand. Good work. Good work. Hug your left knee into your chest. Set your drishti, set your vision, pull in. Skin to muscle to bone. Open your left leg out to the street, your right arm to the wall. See your right thumb. Trust yourself. Come back to center. Reach your fingers high. Transition with intention to airplane pose. Left leg, kick it back. Strong, 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 strong. Arms back by your side. Drop your left hip 4 inches. Boom, yes. Hands to heart center. Half moon, right hand down to the earth. Stack your hips. Continue pulling into center. Soften the knee on your standing leg. Wake up your back foot. Take a big breath here. Let it go. One more breath in. Join both feet on the earth and come to stand. Yeah. Full breath in. Full breath out. Dancer pose, right side. Left arm reaches high. Right hand out like it's going to carry that foot, that tray. Bend your right knee. Reach back, grab the inside of your right foot. Thumb faces the ceiling. Open shoulder. And kick. Kick your foot towards the sky. Drop your right hip as you kick your back foot towards the sky. Pull into center. And breathe. And switch sides. Reach back, open, grip, thumb towards the ceiling. Kick your foot towards the sky. Pull in and press out. Pull in and press out. Pull in and press out. And switch sides. So good. Switch sides with control, with intention. With knowing your why, or maybe just considering your why of why you came to your mat today, why you are here. What are you up to? You're up to big things. You're up to something bigger than yourself. And switch sides. You know, yeah, we have a moth friend. Pull in and press out. Pull in and press out. Pull in and press out. Release, come back to standing. Big breath in. Big breath out. Shift your weight into your right foot and come into tree pose. Left foot presses into your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh.
I feel like the Halloween Disney
I know.
Can I get a card?
I know.
Throwing them off.
Send your gaze up towards the sky. Look up. Lean back. Pull in, look up, lean back. Bring your hands to heart center and switch sides. Equal pressure into center line. Press your leg right back into your foot. Lift your heart. Look up. Trace a line across the ceiling. Maybe see the wall behind you. Bring your hands back to heart center. Join both feet on the earth. Take a breath in. Let it go. Extended mountain. Look up, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Then flow high to low. Upward facing dog. Press the mat away. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Downward facing dog, send your hips to the sky. Big breath in, big breath out. Again, breathe in, empty. Step your right foot forward, step big, warrior one. Root down, rise up, open up to warrior two. Flip your front palm, reach up, reverse, inhale. Extended side angle, right side. Bring your forearm to your thigh or your fingers to the earth inside your right ankle. Stack your shoulders. Send your top hand, wake up your top fingers. Maybe spin your left hand towards the fireplace. Look up underneath your armpit. Take a big breath here. Let it go. Warrior two, stay low in your front thigh. Flip your front palm, reach up, reverse, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Straighten your front leg, soften your knee, come into triangle pose. Right fingers down to the earth or a brick. Stack your shoulders. Soften your knees. Soften your elbows. Press down through your back pinky toes. Take a breath here. Let it go. Left fingers bring you up to standing. Send both toes to face the street. Side facing wide angle forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Bring the crown of your head down to the earth. Soften your knees. Soften your knees. Maybe you reach for your big toes. Maybe you toe heel your feet out wider. Drop your head, drop your knowing, soften your knees. Release the control of your skull. And come back to your breath. Halfway lift, breathe in. Come up to stand. Send your right toes to face the fireplace. Step your left foot in, set up for pyramid pose. Short stance, wide stance. Squeeze into center line. Reach your fingers high towards the sky. Pull in, belly button, bottom ribs. Bring your shoulders down away from your ears. Hinge at your hips. Reach forward, reach, long spine, then frame your front foot with your fingers and let your nose droop towards your right pinky toe. Soften your knees. Micro bend knees. And press down through your left heel. And twisting triangle. Reach your right hand towards the sky. Press your left hand into the brick. Squeeze inner thighs in. Soften your forehead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flow. Hands to the earth. Move from high plank to low plank. Up dog or cobra, big breath in. Downward facing dog, hips high. And here notice core, hands, and feet. What is happening in your downward facing dog? Pull belly button to spine. Bottom ribs pull in. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Step big. Reach up, breathe in. Open up to warrior two, breathe out. Flip your front palm, reverse. Extended side angle, left side. Intentional movement, intentional breath. Yeah. Stay low in your front thigh, warrior two. Press down through your heel, so good. Flip your front palm, reverse. Straighten your front leg, soft knee, triangle pose. Left fingers down to the brick, to the earth. Belly button pulls in, bottom rib pulls in. Press out through your right pinky toe. And come up to stand. Pivot both toes to face the chakra wall. Second round of side facing wide angle forward fold. Maybe you take your bind, bring your hands to the small of your back, clasp, interlace fingers, press your fists down towards the earth, pull your shoulder blades together, lift your heart towards the sky. Then fold, get all of this goodness, all of the in-between. Soften your knees. And drop your head. Soften your knees. Come into the muscles of your body. Skin to muscle to bone engagement here. And drop your head. Maybe you move from side to side. Maybe you crawl your fingers towards the street. Maybe you just stay and breathe. Halfway lift. And come to stand. Left toes face forward. Set up for pyramid pose. Right foot, bring it halfway up your mat. Squeeze into center line, press down through your heels. Reach your fingers high towards the sky. Pull your belly button to your spine, your bottom ribs pull in, shoulders away from your ears. Now hinge at your hips. Long spine, long spine, long spine. Fingertips down to a brick, couple of bricks, and then send your nose towards the earth. Take a big breath in. Press down through your back heel. Drop your nose. Again, breathe in. Soften. Twisting triangle. Left hand reaches for the sky. Get long through your spine. Pull your hips towards the back of your mat. Press the crown of your head towards the fireplace. Spin your heart towards the street. Take a breath. Let it go. Again, breathe in. Hands to the earth. Flow. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, full breath in. Downward facing dog, send your hips high. Extend your right leg strong and straight. Bend your knees, stack your hips, flip your dog. Press down, lift up. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg strong and straight. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Flip your dog. Press down, lift up. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here. Exhale it out. Again, breathe it in. Shift your weight forward, high plank, low plank, quick succession, high plank, low plank, high plank, low plank, high plank, low plank. Back up to high, lower down, all the way to the earth. Bring one ear to the mat. Bring your arms back by your sides. Palms facing the earth. And breathe. Breathe. Place your other ear on the mat. And breathe. Shalavasana, locust pose. Press your pubic bone into the earth. Rise up, fly, hands, heart, feet, lift. Breathe in, lift high. Let your breath go. Breathe in, lower down. Take a big breath in. Let it go. And then rise up, locust pose. Press your pubic bone down to lift, hands, heart, feet, maybe half an inch. Maybe 2 inches. Hug into center. Soften your forehead. Engage your hands and feet. One more breath. Lower down. Take a big breath in. Let that one go. And then maybe you do another locust pose. Maybe you come into floor bow. Maybe you come into floor bow, bend your knees, grab your feet, grab your ankles. If that's not for you today, that's fine. You can do cobra. Engage your body. Hug skin to muscle to bone. Whatever you are doing, hug skin to muscle to bone and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Controlled release. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. And one more floor bow, one more locust, whatever gets you even. If you did one thing on one side, do the other thing on this side. Intentional muscle engagement, intentional breath. Knowing why you are doing what you are doing. Noticing what is happening as a result of what you are doing. And release. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. Intentional transition to downward facing dog. Come down to your knees and set up for camel pose. Toes tucked or untucked. Hands to the small of your back. Shoulder blades pull together. Belly button pulls in, bottom ribs pull in to center. Lift your heart towards the sky. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you stay here and focus on pressing your hips forward and lifting your heart towards the sky. Pull into center. Lift up. Lift heart to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, controlled. Sit back on your heels. Breathe in. Breathe out. And second set, camel pose. Maybe you leave your toes untucked this time. Shoulder blades, same action, pull together. Pull everything into center line, lift your heart. Lift your heart, look up and lean back. Press your hips forward, lift your heart towards the sky. Intentional breath. Yes, intentional breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come out of camel slow. Sit back on your heels. Slow. And make your way onto your back and set up for bridge pose. Knees bent. Heels grounding into the earth. Can you touch your heels with your middle fingers? Step 1. Step 2, reach your arms straight up towards the sky. Then plug your shoulders back into their sockets. Bend your elbows, place them back by your ribs. Press down through elbows, down through heels. Lift your hips. Here, pull your belly button into your spine. Lift your hips. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you clasp your hands underneath the small of your back. But know why you are doing what you are doing. Be tuned into what happens in your body when you are doing what you are doing. Clear intention for your movements. Clear intention for your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Intentional, controlled, lower down. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then bridge number 2, you know where to go, you were just there. Or if wheel is in your practice, you would like to come into wheel, rise up. Hands wide, fingers spread wide. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control, lower down. Big breath in. Big breath out. Again, rise up, bridge or wheel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one right here. Rise up, bridge, wheel. And notice your why. Notice what happens in your body when you step into your why. Whether your why is bridge, whether your why is wheel. Just notice. Lower all the way down. Take Supta Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall wide. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And feel. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath. And if your why is not clear, do a full body scan. From the crown of your head, through your chest, your belly, through your hips, through your knees, through your shins, to your toes. And notice any emotion, any sensation. And let what you can notice be your guide. Take in a full body stretch. Get big. Take up space. Reach your fingers, reach your toes. Hug your knees into your chest. Find your brick. Find your brick and let's come right into it. Squeeze the brick in between your calves, in between your shins. Flex your feet, press up through your heels. Reach your fingers towards your pinky toes. Lift your shoulders up off the earth. Press the small of your back into your mat. Down. Reach fingers up as you press down. Lower your legs halfway, 45 degrees. Keep pressing the small of your back into the earth. Maybe you bend your knees, maybe you straighten your legs. Yogi's choice. Notice what happens in your body when you're doing what you're doing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up, shoulders down. Take a breath in. Let it go. Reach up, breathe in, and lower your legs halfway down. Notice what happens. Just notice. Squeeze the brick. Press the small of your back down. Soften your neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up, shoulders down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach up. Lower your legs down. Maybe 2 inches up off the earth. Maybe you challenge, maybe you bend your knees, what feels best in your body right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in. Take a big breath. Let it go. Remove the brick, extend your legs up towards the sky. Reach your fingers towards your toes. Lower your right leg, reach your left arm, reach your right fingers to your left pinky toe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. Again, breathe in. Let it go. Take in another full body stretch. Reach. Reach from your fingernails, from your toenails. And then make your way into downward facing dog. Let how you get there be your choice, but clear intention, clear movement. Extend your right leg back behind, bend your knees, stack your hips. Bring your right knee to your right wrist for half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist, shin drapes across the top of your mat. Back leg, straight out of your back hip. Slowly walk your fingers forward. Maybe you place a brick underneath your right butt. Slowly lower down. Slowly bring your forehead down to the earth, down to a brick. Soften, soften, soften. And here, notice what's happening in your body when you hold the pose the way you are holding the pose. Thoughts and half pigeon come up. Let them come and let them go. Notice your breath. Notice your toes. Notice your fingers. And as you notice your extremities, notice your body soften. Notice your body begin to surrender to gravity, however slight. Downward facing dog. Maybe you take a three-legged dog with your right leg high. What feels good in your body? What feels good in your knee, in your hip, in your toes, right here, right now? Lift your left leg high, strong, and straight. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Feel that opening before, all the goodness in between. Yes, now half pigeon, right knee to, or left knee to left wrist. Clear intention for your why you're doing what you're doing. Just notice your body, notice your toes, notice your hands, notice your feet. And if you're trying hard, maybe try easy, maybe try soft. Maybe try surrender. And let this pose land in your body however it's going to land in your body right here, right now. Downward facing dog. Make the movements that feel good in your body. And come down to your knees and set up for frog pose. We will not be here for long, so let it land in your body however it will land in your body. In frog pose, bring your knees out from your hip sockets, shins straight out of your knees, flex your feet. Maybe you come down to your forearms. Flex your feet a lot. And bring your knees wide. We will not be here for long. Just notice. Frog is a powerful thing. Just like a frog has a powerful jump, several hundred times farther than its little body is, this pose is a powerful pose, even if we don't even move at all in it. This pose makes all kinds of things happen between your ears, in between your hips. And simply notice. Notice your pinky toes. Notice your ears. Notice your fingers. And where can you soften? In this powerful pose, where can you soften? Slowly come out of frog pose. Make your way onto your back and take in a full body stretch. Get long after the flattening, get long after the flattening. And bend your knees. Place your feet firmly on the mat. Come up to seated. And place your hands back by your hips for a reverse tabletop. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Lift your shoulders towards the sky. Press down through your heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control, lower down. And set up an inversion practice of your choice. It's time to go upside down. Maybe you just place a brick underneath your tailbone and send your legs straight up towards the sky. Maybe you move your mat to the wall and work on handstand, headstand, yogi's choice. Yogi's choice. You can take waterfall pose, brick underneath your tailbone, send your legs up towards the sky. That's an inversion. That's an inversion. Let the blood in your feet aim for your head. Clear purpose, clear breath, clear gaze, knowing why you are doing what you are doing. Flex your feet. Even here, pull into center line, belly button, spine, bottom ribs, pull in. Notice your breath. Notice your core, your hands, your feet. Child's pose. Headstanders take child's pose. Handstanders take child's pose. Waterfall pose, taking another full body stretch. Ground down. Ground down through fingers, through heels, through fingers, through toes. And then make your way onto your back. Your mat can stay right where it is. Make your way onto your back. Make any last final movements that you would like. Maybe you want a supine twist. Maybe you want a happy baby. Whatever feels good in your body right here, right now. Whatever final movements you would like to make intentional before you make it to Shavasana. Be intentional about the movements you are making in your body. And when you come into Shavasana, get big. Bring your feet wide. And let your palms be up towards the sky to receive. Be intentional about closing your eyes, about parting your teeth, about softening your tongue. Any sounds inside the room or outside the room, they are here to keep you in tune with your body in this space. They are here to serve to relax you, to soften you. So let the sounds soften your body. Soften your forehead. Soften your nose. toes. Notice any sensations in your body, any emotional quality that you can detect. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue, make a face, make some noise. Again, breathe in. Let it go. Slowly roll to your favorite side and pause. And check in with what's happening. Use the scanning of your body, the noticing of how you feel, how your body feels, how it's showing up as you go through your day, as you go through your life. Use that as a measure for getting clear on what is your why. As you step into opportunity, as you step into decisions, notice how your body reacts, how your body shows up. And use that as your guide for finding your why, for clarifying, for crystallizing your why. Slowly press yourself up to seated at the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your thumbs into your breastbone. Touch in. We'll close with 3 ohms. Bring your thumb tips to your forehead center. And together we bow. Namaste.
Namaste.